One of the more powerful new features of working with layers is smart objects. I'm going to show you this in two pieces. First of all, smart objects within Photoshop, and then secondly, a separate movie that shows how you can use Illustrator objects as smart objects. Very, very cool idea. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend we're doing a mock-up of a website, so we're trying to show someone what's going to look like. So we started to create a sample button that we're going to use, which has some of the aspects we want. I'm going to take this layer, while I look at it, just make it a little more see-through so some of the original beveling shows through. But anyways, you can see we have several different layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different layers that we're going to, okay, I can't count, it's actually 5, but the bottom line is we're going to use these in the other document. So first of all, I just select them all, use my move tool, drag and drop them over, position where I want. But as you can imagine, if I started to create a bunch of different buttons, it could get fairly complicated. And I could use a group, which used to be called set, but instead we're going to take advantage of all these layers while they're still selected and use a smart object. Here's what we'll do. We'll go to smart object and choose group into new smart object. And you'll see it turns all those, what looks like it's kind of merged them together, because it has in a way, but it's also added this icon right here, which indicates it is a smart object. So I can still treat it like anything else, but it's basically like as if one layer in effect. However, all the original information can still be accessed. If I double click on it, watch what happens. First of all, it gives me this generic message that says when you edit the the changes and all that kind of thing. So I click OK. In this case, it has a missing profile, but that's not a big thing. So basically, it opens a different version. It's not the same document I had before, but it has all the information. So my original is still saved away, the original one where I started making this button, but here's all the information that I created. So if I realize that this really was supposed to be called lenses, not contacts, then I simply make that change, I save it, and now when I come back to the other document, it updates automatically. Ha! Pretty cool. So you can imagine if I had a document with multiple smart objects, I could very easily make changes and have things update much more automatically than having to go back. But again, remember, if I go back to my original, here's the original file that I started with, that is untouched. So if I save this, this is still kind of be my master document, but the smart object will each time refer to that. Okay, let's turn that off so we don't have to keep that having every time. It'll keep referring to this special kind of smart object document that I can make changes to. Let's put it to glasses just for the sake of it. Save it, switch back, and again, it updates automatically. So that's smart objects within Photoshop, and I'm thinking people are going to find lots and lots of ways to take advantage of that.